With travel restrictions slowly being lifted, tons of people are turning to online travel sites to plan out their next getaway. I love these travel sites because they make planning your entire vacation seamless, taking care of everything from the minute you'd leave your home until the second you come back. They also book airport transfers now. In fact, I can't remember the last time I used a travel agent to book a trip. Travel agents have become a thing of the past, kind of like Walkmans and 25-cent bottles of Coke. Online booking sites have changed the travel industry forever, bridging the gap between consumer and airlines, hotels, and much more. They've made it easier by merging all aspects of your vacation, from booking a flight ticket and hotel room to renting cars and buying excursion tickets. You can do it all with a click of a few buttons, often saving you time and money with any combination of tailor-made vacation packages. And that's important because a vacation can be very expensive. And when you're making that kind of purchase, it's good to have the best travel booking site on your side. We're going to take an in-depth look at the best online travel agencies of 2021, Booking.com, Expedia, and TripAdvisor. We'll see how they're the same, how they differ, and which one you should use for your next getaway. TravelSites.com presents a look at the best online travel agencies. If you haven't heard of Booking.com, well, what rock have you been living under? This small Dutch startup hit the online travel scene in 1996 and took the world by storm. What was once a complicated transaction has changed to directly connect the consumer with airlines, hotels, car rental companies, all on one platform. Using state-of-the-art technology, Expedia reaches customers all over the world with one of the broadest offerings in the travel industry. They're one of the most trusted brands out there, and rightfully so. Expedia aims to provide consumers with the best deals on hotel bookings, flights, car rentals, vacation packages, excursion tickets, and even cruises. You can mix and match any variation of what you need from the ever-expanding conglomerate. TripAdvisor is an online travel company that started in 2000 as somewhat of a guidebook, an online version of what you would expect from the print editions of Lonely Planet. The concept was for readers to have quick and easy access to the information they would need, but the feature that really shot them to fame was their user-generated reviews. This way people could know what to look for and what to expect based on the experience of other actual travelers who had been there. TripAdvisor is now much more than just travel forums and has become a platform for hotel bookings, vacation rentals, attraction tickets, flight tickets, cruise tickets, and more. So what is the best booking site? Well, at a glance, it seems that TripAdvisor has more features than Expedia and Booking.com. They offer services in all categories except airport taxis. Booking.com is the only one that does let you book airport taxis, though they don't provide restaurant suggestions and online ordering, nor do they sell cruise tickets. Expedia may not have restaurant suggestions, online ordering, and airport taxis, but they do have everything else that is commonly booked through an online travel website. Let's take a look at each of the features and which booking website allows you to use it in the easiest way possible. So where's the best place to book a hotel? Expedia, Booking.com, and TripAdvisor all have the facilities to book a hotel room. I found Expedia and Booking.com the easiest to use when searching for a hotel room because they have the search engines prominently displayed right on the home page. You input your destination, check-in, check-out dates, and the number of travelers directly on the homepage search engine. On the TripAdvisor website, you have to choose hotels and then put in your location. It's not that much of a difference, but it is an extra step. Once you get to the page of results, you'll find your search requirements as well as additional filters you can apply. The layout is basically the same for all three websites, but the filters do differ slightly. After you pick a hotel room that best suits your needs, the payment and confirmation process is pretty much the same across the board. While no single hotel booking site has all the filters available, TripAdvisor seems to be lacking the most. When it comes to buying flight tickets, Expedia, Booking.com, and TripAdvisor have all the needed facilities on their websites. Expedia and Booking.com have technology built into their websites, but TripAdvisor scans prices on partner sites such as JustFly.com, FlightHub, Priceline, and more. The actual website is very easy to use. You just plug in the details under the relevant tab, and a list of results pops up for you to filter through and choose from. Expedia has a majority of the filters you may need when searching for a flight, while TripAdvisor ranks second and Booking.com comes in last. All three have basics such as filtering, results by an airline, number of stops, departure time, and arrival time. Those last two categories are especially helpful if you're like me and want to avoid an early morning flight at any cost. I think the filter for nearby airports offered only by TripAdvisor deserves a special shout out. A lot of people don't realize you could save hundreds of dollars by just flying to a less popular airport 20 minutes away. It's a great option to have as long as you're not very picky about where you land and as long as it's in the general vicinity of your destination. Now, booking a cruise through an online travel service is fairly new compared to hotels and flights, but I'm glad they introduced the option. Why shouldn't we be able to compare cruise prices and track itineraries in the palm of our hand just like we do our other aspects of travel? Booking.com is already out of the running because they don't have the ability to compare and book cruises. Both Expedia and TripAdvisor are very easy to use to find a cruise. You just choose the destination and time frame right on the home page. A page full of results comes up with the filters on the side. Based on the extensive filters available, TripAdvisor might be the best option when booking a cruise, especially if getting a good deal or sticking to a budget is important to you. Let's talk about renting a car. Finding a car to rent isn't usually a difficult process, especially if you're looking for something in your local area and are already familiar with most of the major companies. Enterprise, Hertz, and Avis are some of the largest car rental companies in the United States, and though I'm familiar with them, I usually book through Booking.com, Expedia, or TripAdvisor because they can make the process easy. They automatically scan from all the best deals and apply them for me when I make a reservation. They'll even match the price if I find the exact same rental from someplace else at a cheaper price. I especially use one of these sites if I'm looking to rent a car internationally. I don't know what rental car companies are popular in Venezuela, and I don't need to know the details when using one of these three. You can search over 60,000 locations worldwide and find the perfect car for you at a price you're happy with. Even better, most of these offer free cancellations and no hidden booking charges, just in case your plans change. Based on the extensive filters available, Expedia might be the best option when renting a car through a travel booking site. What makes Expedia, Booking.com, and TripAdvisor really stand out? I looked into the nitty-gritty details of the three, and each one of them stands out in their own way. And here's what I found most unique about each one. Expedia is a wonderful option when looking for domestic and international flights. They've partnered with several airlines to get the best deals and pricing available and have proven to be cheaper than their competitors. By using Expedia, I can find the best plane ticket for me based on my combination of needs, such as seat choice or a specific departure time, which isn't possible with the other two. Expedia has another section devoted to travel guides for popular tourist destinations. They often include a guide video and suggestions on where to stay, top hotels and the best places to visit, the best things to do, how to get around, a look into weather throughout the year, and that kind of thing. It's very helpful if you're just starting to put your trip together and can give you some great ideas on which hotel is most family friendly. Booking.com is renowned internationally, and while Expedia and TripAdvisor are getting there, the company has established relationships with all sorts of properties all over the world. Do you want to stay in a beachside villa in Portugal? Booking.com has you covered. What about a treehouse in South Africa? They've got you covered there too. The sheer expanse of rental properties across the globe that can be found on Booking.com is immense, and I love that you can find whatever you need. Booking.com is also the only travel site of the three that allows you to book airport taxis. This service makes airport transfers easy, letting you book and confirm your taxi before the trip. Your driver will be waiting for you upon arrival and take you to your destination. You don't have to try and book an Uber in a crowded airport or wait in line for public transportation. It's just a hassle-free way to get to where you need to go. I found this especially useful when traveling to countries where English isn't the first language. I don't have to worry about using a translator app to communicate with a cab driver as soon as I land, and I can rest easy knowing that a vehicle is waiting to take me to my hotel. TripAdvisor really took me by surprise with all their filters and features available for booking a cruise, especially since they had more options than their competition. But what stands out about TripAdvisor is what shot them to fame in the first place. They're user-generated reviews of everything from restaurants to destinations. It gives people such an in-depth look of what they could expect from the experiences of real people who've already been there. TripAdvisor also has a fun tab called Road Trips, which highlights some of the most popular road trips in the U.S. It takes you through the most scenic driving routes and points out hotels and attractions along the way. It's a great tool and includes tons of tips and tricks for planning the perfect road trip. Another unique feature that I only found on TripAdvisor was their Restaurants tab. This awesome feature gives you a list of restaurants in any particular location you choose. I use it for multiple things. First of all, I have dietary restrictions, so this lets me see what restaurants are in the area I'm visiting so I have a general idea of where to eat. Secondly, they have reviews left by other TripAdvisor users, real travelers just like me, so I can get a good idea of what to expect instead of restaurant-promoted hype. Third, I can browse the menu, get an idea of the approximate cost, and get any contact details like address or phone number. And lastly, it'll link me to one of their delivery options if it's available, so I can browse a restaurant's page and immediately connect to Grubhub or Uber Eats to place my order within minutes. Now, what about customer service? From personal experience, I found customer service at Booking.com, Expedia, and TripAdvisor to be outstanding, each one of them. I've never had a problem reaching them, and if you read all the fair rules before purchasing, you shouldn't have any problems with changes or cancellations to flights or hotels that you've already booked. Since most of what you find on TripAdvisor redirects you directly to their partner, you usually contact the hotel or airline directly for any changes you need to make. Now, which travel booking site has the best reviews? Do customers prefer Expedia, Booking.com, or TripAdvisor? Sites like Consumer Affairs, Trustpilot, and the Better Business Bureau are systems that have been established to protect consumers from fraud and to give them a platform to voice their experiences and concerns. A majority of the time, people post on these websites because they've had a problem and want to share their experiences with others, so reading the reviews can help you make a decision. While being one of the most popular online travel sites, Expedia ranked last compared to TripAdvisor and Booking.com. There are tons of great reviews showing how wonderful it's been for many people based on their experiences in booking hotel rooms, buying plane tickets, renting cars, and more. Some of the more common complaints were long wait times to talk to an agent and difficulty using previously issued credits. Another odd complaint made on several reviews was that Expedia changes your booking dates for your hotel in the middle of the reservation process, so always double-check before adding your payment details and confirming. Booking.com rated second best of these three sites. They also had tons of positive feedback from people who used the site or app for their travel needs, but there were some not-so-great ones as well. A lot of their complaints are relative to car rentals. Either the car rental service wasn't where they said it would be in a city versus the airport upon landing, or that the car they reserved wasn't available and they had to get a different model or style. People also had difficulty changing or canceling their reservations, so they suggest being certain about your plans before using Booking.com. TripAdvisor ranked best on Consumer Affairs, Trustpilot, and the Better Business Bureau compared to the other two. I think one of the reasons that they do so well in terms of ratings and reviews is because they don't process a lot of bookings on their own platform. Instead, they scan the internet and find the best deals and then redirect customers to the actual website of the airline, hotel, cruise line, etc. So any changes or cancellations you have to make would be directly with the company. There are many complaints about hotel bookings not being confirmed, but there are even more complaints about excursion tickets. For example, one customer made a jet skiing reservation and showed up at the location to find that the company had closed over a year ago. I assume this particular instance is a one-off event, but buying excursion tickets on TripAdvisor does have a range of other complaints as well. Expedia, Booking.com, and TripAdvisor have made it simple to plan your next vacation with one of the best online travel sites, whether you're going abroad or staying in the U.S. Each travel booking site has its share of ups and downs, and to be fair, each person's experience is different. We've identified the pros and cons of each of these services. If you've used any of them yourself, share experiences with us in the comments below. Which online travel agency do you prefer? Let us know in the comments section. Like always, this video is brought to you by TravelSites.com, which helps you get the best travel experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe to find more useful travel tips and exciting places for your next travel venture.